What's going on, people? This is another edition of the Ace Takers Rants, and this is I've been trying to get these item ones up, but for some reason something always happens. This was actually the third one I was supposed to have been doing, but this is actually going to end up being the first one because, like I said, something happened last week because my computer my editing program froze last week, and I couldn't do the idol my thoughts on idol. So I said I'll do one tonight, and then I'll do another one tomorrow for the results. So. But for right now, this is for the night. So, let's go through this because there was a lot that went on, and I thought this was probably the best week of the competition so far. It's probably the best one. I think last week was pretty good too. Very good. I think a lot of people stepped up last week, but for some reason, I thought that this one was a pretty good week because I thought like the top performers really stepped up. But then there was some lukewarm. I think last week was more all around because I think just about most of the motherfuckers that performed last week had a good performance, maybe except two. It was kind of like that again this week, but I thought there was a little bit more. I thought there was maybe like 3 or 4 that kind of struggled this week. But man, it was an awesome show, and let me just say something about season 13. It's turned into one of the better ones. Since season 8, we've kind of sporadically, idols kind of gone in and out a little bit. Season 9, 11, and 12 were pretty bad. And 9 was kind of spotty, but I thought 11 and 12 were just so bad. You know, there was only like maybe 1 or 2 people or 3 people in those competitions that were actually worth watching, and most of them were near the top, like Phillips, Candice, you know what I mean? But Jessica Sanchez and shit like that. But for the most part, in this season, I think we got at least about a good 6 of them that's pretty good right now. That's pretty much kind of on that elite end, like they can compete with anybody else in the other seasons. In my opinion, it's because everyone's getting very, very comfortable on stage right now, and I really feel that way. Like everybody's getting very, very comfortable. Everybody's getting their stride, they're getting their grooving, and this is turning into a much better season. Like I was telling people last week, look, the voice is boring to me. They have better singers, but the voice is boring to me. When I watch Idol this season, I'm very entertained by what I'm watching. I'm very much into it. And tonight I was a little bit distracted, but I'll go into that why that happened and why I had to rewatch some performances. But when I watch Idol, I'm very entertained. I still got my problems with the judging. The judges, but for the most part, I don't disagree with them. I mean, if they were the same judges that came back next season, I would not argue against it because I think all of them bring something different to the table. But they can be Harry can be slightly a little bit off with his prediction because he give a very good performance. Too much criticism, like you should give criticism, but like not too much. And he did that with a couple of performances. And it kind of irritated me, but for the most part, McKeith, J-Lo, they're kind of in there. Like I said, I think they do need another judge in there next season that's going to kind of bring it to another level. This is why I kind of still miss Simon and L.A. Reid, judges like that on some of these Fox talent programs, because you get a different feeling from like when you watch So You Didn't Get Your Dance, which is pretty much had, for the most part, with Nigel and Mary, you pretty much had like the same kind of dynamic. There's always a guest judge up there, so that's different, but between those two, you always get the same kind of judgments every week. You know what you're going to get. Sometimes I kind of feel like, man, I'm still kind of filling out these judges. Keith is probably the most consistent, I think, with his judging. I've noticed that he's been very consistent. What he sees week to week, he'll bring it back up the next weekend. If it's not addressed correctly, he'll bring it up and criticize it. But for the most part, it kind of gets there and there. But like I said, season 13, one of their better seasons. Like I said, the competition really doesn't start to April, so I really won't compare with when I get to comparing it with the first 8 seasons. I'm going to see where I'm going to rank it with those, but I'm going to really probably wait until May on that. I don't really want to rank it. I might be able to do like an early ranking in April, but it won't mean too much like the April one will. But I kind of rank it because I'm really getting to that point where I'm like, man, this is starting to turn into a really good season right now. I think The problem is a lot of people hopped on that bandwagon because the season did start off pretty rough. I don't think nobody could deny that. It did start off pretty rough, but a lot of people like me, I see kind of ahead. I kind of saw something special about this season though, because I was like, it's just that it seemed like they need to get some of the performers need to get used to some stuff, and then when I think it collectively comes together, this is going to be a pretty good season. But a lot of people got on that bandwagon of that this is a terrible season. I think some people are kind of like at a point right now where they kind of just want Idol to die. So they're propping up the voice constantly, and they're kind of just writing American Idol off now. You know, they think because it worked with X Factor that they're going to come over here and try to kill American Idol now. You know what I mean? So it's kind of that sheep herd mentality. People not thinking for themselves, but like I said, you know, I hope American Idol is here to stay. But I mean, I don't know about its future right now, but I'm gonna keep watching while it's on. You know, I watched X Factor last season. I knew that I was probably going to end up being this final season, but I kept on watching, man. Like I said, I'm not a sheep herd with the whole voice thing. It's very boring to me. I was really only interested in maybe like 2 seasons on that show last season, and then one of the first 2. Can't remember. I think it was the second one or the third one. One of those. I don't know. But I mean, it's a sheep herd mentality, man. Because to me, I got to be entertained. It's more than just about having good singers. You got to be fucking entertained, man. If they can't bring entertainment to it, I don't give a damn what they can sing. I need some entertainment too with it. That's what the entertainment industry is all about. Music is with entertainment. I need some entertainment with that shit. You know what I mean? So let's screw all that. Let's get into the competition, man. I'm probably gonna go in order here, based on who performed or not. I'm still kind of uploading videos, so if I get sidetracked a little bit in this rant, you know that's the reason why. Because I need to attend to certain things. But that's why I really didn't want to. I really didn't want to do one this early because, but I'm kind of busy with some other stuff later tonight too. So I kind of didn't really have that time to really delve in to doing a video later tonight. But yeah, let's get into it, guys. Let me see here. Let me see here. Who performed first tonight? Was it Jena? You know what? If it was Jena, I'm gonna wait because I like to put the best towards the end. So Jena was first tonight. No, MK was. MK was. My fault. All right, let's address MK because she was the worst of the night. So MK, very disappointing. MK, I don't know what's going on with MK right now because she rebounded last week. And then I don't know what happened this week. I thought the song would have been perfect for her. It was a Pink song, fucking perfect. And for whatever reason, she just fucked up. This was her worst week. This was probably one of the worst fuck ups in the competition. And you could tell she was mad the rest of the night. Somebody brought it up, and I had to re-go through it, and I did see where she was folding her hands and not clapping. And it's because she knows she's probably going home tomorrow. And it's unfortunate. Because with MK, I just, you know, if I would have had my review from my rant from last week up, you guys would have heard me say she could be a threat the longer she stays in the competition, and I still feel that way. If she somehow gets by tomorrow, all she really needs to do is just step up for next week, and she's got it. She's probably got it in the bag as far as getting through this competition very far. She's got a lot of potential, man, but I think she's got some issues going on. I think she needs to kind of address them. It's all kind of happening at the wrong time for her, which is unfortunate too. It just seems like something's going on. I don't know if it's something behind the scenes, but this is not her. I can tell by this performance tonight. I don't know what's going on. Maybe is it something behind the scenes? I don't know. I hope she speaks out on it tomorrow, because if she does get eliminated, that'd be a sad elimination, because I really think, man, she could have made it far in this competition, man. And like I said, I think she could still be a threat because she's got the gay voters. And she's got mad potential on her singing, man. She just hasn't put it together. I think maybe she's one of the late bloomers, and she just needs, I don't know, she probably needs a little bit more of a run here, more of a chance here to kind of prove herself. And that could be what it is, too. I'm just trying to figure things out, because I'm very disappointed in the direction she's going in. So I'm just hoping things get better for her, no doubt about it. Because she's awesome. She just seems like an awesome person, and she could be an awesome performer, but She needs to put it together. I don't know. I think she needs to probably work with the right person because it's not coming together. This is she's been very inconsistent. When she's been good, it's not there, and then when she's been bad, she's been very bad. Like I said, I got her going home tomorrow, but at the same time, I'm hoping she stays. I'm hoping she stays because it'll be very, very, very sad to see her go home tomorrow, knowing that she had all that potential. But you know, we'll see. Like I said, hopefully, if she does survive, this will be the last wake up call. Because I don't think she needs any more wake up calls after this. This needs to be the last one, and she needs to get this shit together, man. She's like, this is a very important week for her, and she's on borrowed time. So I'm just saying, just in case she slips through tomorrow, hopefully, we see something out of her that's better because I'm starting to get nervous about her going home tomorrow, man. Very sad. But let's move on to Dexter right now. Dexter, I think the thing about Dexter is this wasn't one of his better weeks, but I think the thing with Dexter is he's very smart. And again, if I would have had my damn rant from last week, I had addressed the whole Ben Briley thing of him taking a risk outside of his country genre and how he lost all those voters last week, probably because he took a huge risk. Now, he had to take a risk in these competitions, but I think you could get away with staying in your genre similar to the way our boy Scotty McCreery did. Now, Scotty McCreery, he kind of did that. He kind of did like a risky thing there, where he kind of went outside of his genre, and it really cost him. It really cost him, and it was sad to see him go too because I felt like he was another one in this competition that was really, he was hanging on. He was hanging on everything. He was trying to get there, but it just wasn't turning out. Now, like I said before, with these guys like Scotty McCreery and stuff like that, these guys know their audience. They have that Southern audience, and that's why Dexter's still here. A lot of times he could bore me to death, but like he's probably the least entertaining of the top 10 right now. But I think Dexter still he brings it on the safe side. He knows his audience. He knows what he's doing, and that's why he actually is going because he stays very safe. And he doesn't really do too much out of his element. He's not a shock-filled singer. He's just a laid-back singer. You know what I mean? But that's not actually a bad thing. It's just that I think for his audience, he doesn't need to be all glamour-y like that. He knows his audience. He knows what's what. You know what I mean? He knows the drill. The guy got it, man. The guy knows, man. But still, it could be very ineffective when you're going like that. You got to be very careful with the over predicted shit. So, for the most part, I think with Dexter, he had a kind of a bad week. He's close to my bottom 3. I don't think he's in my bottom 3. If there was ever a week to put him in the bottom 3, I think it will be this week, just to kind of humble him. But I think there were some performances that were at least a little bit worse than he was. So I don't think he totally deserves to be down there. But, but for the most part, I don't know. When I go through my bottom 3 later on in this podcast, I'm going to kind of get through it. So let's move on to let's see here. Let's see. Okay, let's skip Jena because, like I said, I want to do her towards the end. Alex. Okay, Alex. Oh, I got some criticism from Alex. Okay. Now, with Alex, you know what I'm saying? I think he rebounded tonight. And the thing about it is, he has some fans out here who have been overrating his ass to a T. He's been getting overrated to a T. Now, I think he regressed the most in his competition. I've been saying this week after week. But, it just doesn't, sometimes it just doesn't register to some people out there. He's been regressing. Some people don't see it, and it's mainly his fans. So it's kind of hard to convince them that he has regressed, because it was one person tonight that was ready to argue with me on. I was like, dude, he fucking regrets. I know you're a fan. You probably don't see his fucking errors like that because you're a fan of his. Because I know I do the same thing sometimes. But I'm always, look, I'm a critical person. I'm always ready to point out criticisms, negative criticisms, even towards my favorites. So, you know, I'm a little bit different that way. But I know some people, they get on that, and I'm just like, wow, you know, this is pretty bad. This is pretty bad tonight, guys. I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about. Because he's been regressing. But like I said, this is one of his better weeks this week. He actually, in my eyes, rebounded. Because the last 3 weeks have been kind of awful to me. He has not been consistent. But like I said, a lot of his fans will confuse you into thinking he's been good the whole time when that has not. And I mean, absolutely not been the fucking case. He's in the middle. He's in the middle of the pack. He's still not up there with the top people, but at least he's showing some kind of rebound strength right now where he's kind of slowly getting back into things. Like I said, he's going to be probably one of the ones that's going to be around this competition very late. And I hope he is, because I think that he's still a very good performer. He just needs to put it all together like he did tonight, and maybe just he needs to get consistent, you know. But for the most part, like I said, you know, he had, you know, he's had a little rough run here, and he just needs to kind of step it up a little bit. But let's move on. Malaya. Okay, Malaya. Yeah, this is with Malaya. Malaya, ever since she got scared with the bottom 3, man, has really put it together. She is a fucking threat right now in this competition. She's slowly really becoming a threat because she's gotten consistent ever since she got that bottom 3. The last 3 weeks, she's been turning it on. And she turned it on again this week. And, you know, for whatever reason, I think that she doesn't want to be in that bottom 3 again. I'm loving that attitude from her. I'm like, dude, keep that attitude up. You shouldn't want to be in the bottom 3, man. You know, you should want to be way up there because you are fucking awesome. And like I said, I've always loved her personality and stuff like that. And she's a independent thinker. You know, I mean, you know, some people probably get a little bit annoyed with the whole glasses, braces thing. I get that, man. If you're not into it on that level. But for the most part, she's humble. I mean, she's humble, and she, you know, like I said, she wants it so bad that she don't even want to be in that bottom 3. I really saw a different Malaya that night, but she did not want to be in that bottom 3. I think out of the people that have been in the bottom 3, I think she's changed the most. And she's going to thank being in the bottom 3 that week, because I don't think she's going to be down there again until later in the competition. And she's going to thank that experience, because she was off that week. And like I said, she's just really turning around. And a lot of people are making comparisons. Her performance tonight was better than Candice's. Well, I mean, they're both power singers, but at the same time, I mean, it's hard to judge. I probably would still go with Candice just because Candice was a better singer, but you know, I thought Malaya, for the most part, did it well, because a lot of people, when they try to do these Bruno Mars songs, they don't live up to it sometimes. So for her to do well with it, I got to give her props. She was one of the best performers tonight. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out where exactly I'm going to rank her, but it should be close to the top 3. Probably won't be in the top 3, but I'll see. Let's see. Let's get on to the next one. Oh, Caleb, oh my man. You know what? Actually, I'm going to skip him because I'm going to do Jena, Caleb, and Jessica later towards the end. So let's go straight to CJ. Yes, I want to get on CJ because CJ was a little bit off this week. Probably his first real off week of the competition, and he is possibility he could be in the bottom 3. I think the bottom 3 are actually doing good, because I think he needs to be humbled a little bit. Because right now, his nearest competition is Dexter. He's fighting for those Southern voters, but one thing that he does got on his side, he's probably going to have some black voters, because he's the only black male in the competition. So he'll probably get some votes on that end. You know, but I like CJ because he's mainly country though, so I don't know how that fits in. He's just such a unique performer. I really still had him in my top 4. I want to be in the final 4, to be honest with you, when it's all said and done. I really want to be in there. like I said, just an off week. He was bound to have one because he's been so consistent. I think usually when you're hot like that, you know, you're gonna have a little bit of a slow week. But he wasn't too bad. I mean, he wasn't like his off week wasn't the definition of an off week for most of these contestants during the season so far. Like, you know, similar to probably like Jessica last week. It wasn't. It was still a good performance, but it wasn't. It was kind of off, but it was still a good performance. That's how I kind of felt with CJ. If he is in the bottom three, like I said, it's more for just so he can get better the next few weeks, not because he was actually in the bottom three. Because I didn't have him in the bottom three. In my bottom three, I'll tell you that right now. I had him close to it, but not in the bottom three. But I thought CJ did a great job. Like I said, he got a hot girlfriend and all this stuff, man. He doing his thing, man. I mean, CJ quietly, he's kind of a quiet boomer in here, man. He's been doing his thing week after week, man. That's why I said he's going to be in this competition, man, to stay. I think if he avoids that bottom three, man, I think that just shows you he does get an audience on his side that you got to watch out for. He probably got them Southern voters, but, you know, I think he's probably going to lose a few of them because he had an off week this week. So we'll see what happens to CJ, man. You know, like I said, he was pretty good. Let's go to Sam Wolf before I get to Majesty. Because Majesty, I mean, Sam was, he got the pimp spot this week. He was the last performer. Sam, to me, was the true bottom three performer tonight. Now, I think he had one of his better performances because he's been very bad lately. If you ask me, between the people who have been gone now, I do think Ben should have went home. But I disagree with maybe Emily and Christian. I think he should have been somewhere in there. I know he's got that teeny bopper audience following him and keeping him in the competition. And that doesn't mean just because he's been surviving that he's actually good or anything. It just means that his audience is there. He's going to have them teeny boppers voting for him because he's really the only, you know, really good male-looking singer left in the competition for the girls. I mean, come on now. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Once they got rid of that one kid, what was his name? I forgot his name. He was that pretty boy. What was his name, man? He got kicked off before the week before the competition started. I know you guys know what I'm talking about, but that kid, you know, if he was still in there, they would have voted for him. But like I said, he did rebound this week, but to me, he still ain't all there though, man. To be honest, I think he's a bottom three to me. I think he's in the bottom three. I think if it wasn't for like MK, he probably should be going home tomorrow. But I swear to God, if he fucks up again next week, man, I got that kid so far in the bottom, dude. He ain't gonna know where the bottom is. Real talk. Like, he's been off his rocker that much. If he's in there, if he has another bad performance, I want to see his ass go home next week. I don't want to see him there just because he's getting the teeny bopper vote, okay? I don't care about that, man. But I know that's very important in this competition. But he's just been fucking up, though. You know, let's just be truthful about this. He's been fucking up. And like I said, to me, you know, I was disappointed again tonight because I thought the kid would have had me this week where he would have just blew me away. Like, his performance was more just a rebound. It really wasn't a blow me away, like this kid is in it to win it type of performance. Like, no. I think if anybody was saying that CJ was bad tonight, I think that he was way worse than CJ, okay? He is a true bottom three. No doubt about it. Now, let's go on to Majesty because this is an interesting situation with Majesty. Now, with Majesty, I had gotten some people who were saying that Majesty should be in the bottom again. And I was like, okay, if you guys thought she should be in the bottom again, what is it about what she did that puts them in the bottom again? Like, okay, because she was one of the performers, like I said, there was at least about 5 or 6 on there I didn't pay attention to that good when I watched it last. So I had to rewatch it, right? I rewatched it and I was like, wait a minute, Majesty wasn't as bad as I originally thought she was. Because when she was kind of on the background, I was listening to it and I was like, okay, damn, okay, that's Majesty. Okay, that's not that good. But then I was like, wait the fuck up. When we watched it, I was like, wait a minute. Is these people hating on her? Because I know I think she's really had some haters here in this competition. The last few weeks. Some of it on the racist side probably, but I didn't really want to bring that up. But I think it is. Sometimes we get the black artists in here. But you know, like I said, you know, with Majesty, man, I didn't see it. I didn't see the badness of her of her competition night. I just didn't. I didn't see it at all. I thought she was actually close to the top 5. I thought she was near the top 5. She would probably either in 5th or 6th, because that's where I had her after watching. I was like, she did Avicii, and that's kind of a weird little folk hip song. Like, it's a little bit where you could dance to it, but it's a folk song, and folk songs are usually kind of laid back, but it's kind of got that like a little rhythm in it, and I was like, while I was watching it, I was like, wait a minute, like, seriously, y'all thought she was bad? So, like I said, I rewatched it and I was like, okay, let's see what's really up. Let's see what's really going on. What's really good in the hood. You know what I mean? Let's see what's really good in the hood. And I was just like, nah, she ain't bad. Nah, she ain't bad. Where y'all get that from? And I was like, this is actually one of her best, because I thought, like, Majesty, okay, if she could stay on this level, I think the thing about Majesty, she's just trying too much shuffling, just too much out of order. Majesty needs to stay in her place as far as where she's at. To me, Majesty, when she did Happy with Pharrell, then when she did the Jonelle Monáe song, she was very good. And when she's done some of these other songs, it just doesn't click. I think this one clicked for her a little bit. She did her own edition of it. Maybe some of it you people will like it, maybe some won't, but I thought it was right in her wheelhouse. For her, it was right in her wheelhouse. I don't know what you thought about the whole performance, but I thought it was in her wheelhouse. And like I said, I thought it was one of the better performances of the night. And like I said, with Majesty, the thing that she has done, she's been working. To me, with Majesty, I think she's been working on her A game a little bit. She's been getting there. She's been seeing some stuff. You know what I mean? Like, she's been getting there. She's working towards it. I will definitely love it. I think she's going to hit the bottom 3 tomorrow. Unfortunately, has a chance to go home because she was there last week. But I think she rebounded greatly after, like, last week was her worst performance. This week was a huge rebound, and she really took the ball and ran with it. To me, like I said, Malaya got some haters. There's a few of them that got some haters. MK's got some haters. There's a few performers. Sam, I think he's got his share of haters, man, and Alex and stuff like that. Some of these performers, Jessica's got some. Some of them had her share of haters more than others, and she's probably got the most, because like a lot of times I be looking, and I be looking on YouTube. She's got a pretty good draw count for her viewership. I think she's got some people that like her. She's more, you know, like I said, with a lot of these black girls that come on these competitions, it's all about R&B and soul. I like it that she's taking it out of that element. I like it that she's kind of been more on the folk side, kind of been more on that kind of free spirit side of music. You know, she's been adding that in there because, you know, to me, she would have fit very well in that time period, like in the 60s and early 70s. Like, that music, I think that was like right up her wheelhouse. And I like to see some of that music get back, man. But I think she could travel well. She's from the South, so she's got a little bit of that country folk tension in her. And she's bringing up very quirky. But I think that she's got that level. I like Majesty, man. I want to see her get far. I don't think she's gonna get too far, even if she gets that far. But she's someone who I think is bringing a different dynamic, and I like her. And I'm glad I rewatched her performance because I was amazed by it. I was like, this is right up her wheelhouse. She's doing good. I don't know where people are getting this whole MK and Majesty need to be in the bottom. No, not Majesty. Okay, not Majesty. You might got MK right, but I don't know about Majesty. Okay, hold on. Let me take a quick break here, then I'm probably going to edit that part out, but let me take a quick break here. And then I'm going to come back and talk about the top 3, Jena, Jessica, and Kayla. But then I'm gonna rank my you know, I already gave away my top 3, but I'm gonna rank them. Okay, let me get back to this. Let's get to my main man of the hour, Caleb. My main man, Caleb, man. One of my favorites, man, of the whole competition. Like I said, I was actually very critical of Caleb before the competition even started. Once I heard him rock it out, I was like, "That's my man. That's my man." Because, like I said, I love hard rock from the '70s and shit like that. And he just reminds me of Meatloaf so fucking much, dude. Like, he is the reincarnation of Meatloaf to a T, you know. And he sounds just like Taylor Hicks from season 5, I believe. But he's a rocker, and I really think he's going to be the most successful rocker to come out of this competition since Dolphin. And I got him winning the whole thing, but if he doesn't win, I don't think he needs to win because the kid got it, man. The kid, and he knows he got it. And that's the other thing I like about Caleb too. Secretly, he knows he got it. And when I was watching this kid, I was like, okay, here's a kid that knows what he's doing. He knows how to rock it out. He knows this and that and this, that, and the third. And he's a guy to me who you could sleep on, but you be making a mistake. And he's a guy who's going to make it very, very, very far in this competition. No matter what happens to him, he's going to make it far, in my opinion. Because this kid absolutely got it. He absolutely got it. This right now, Caleb, you're looking at a legend. Are you watching a legend every week right now? And that's the one thing that I've been asking myself. Am I watching a legend right now at work? Because I'm like, dude, he has been on a fucking roll. He's been killing this competition, dude. He's got some people, you know, right behind him, doing the thing. But he's been on a fucking roll. But here's the thing about this week. He kind of slipped a little bit this week. You know, he kind of slipped for the first time. He really kind of slipped, but he's still kind of up on that pedestal. But when I reveal my top 3, will he make it at the top or not? That's for you guys to find out, because I'm gonna definitely review that part of the game and where I'm coming from on that game. Did he still get the first spot this week? We'll see. But for right now, let's judge him where he's at right now. Where he's at right now, he's been, like I said, he's been doing very well. He's been a beast out there. He's just been a beast, dude. Like, everything they throw at him, like, he's been, like, he does it in a rock fashion, but he's been getting some, like, off the rocker songs. Like, he had Skyfall last week from Adelaide, and then he had a Lady Gaga song this week. And I knew the Lady Gaga song would trip him up just a little bit, because it's more of a ballad. So, like, he has a lot of high energy, and he needs songs to match his high energy. But he's not one-dimensional like that. He shows it to you every week that he's not one-dimensional. He's very multi-dimensional, and that's very rare sometimes to see that out of rockers. You know, rockers tend to kind of stay in their zone. You know, if they're a loud, heavy metal rocker, they'll kind of stay in that lane. You know what I mean? Like, they'll stay in that lane. They won't get out of that lane. It's just like a country artist. If they are kind of that mellow, they won't get out of the mellow range. But he tends to really dive outside of that zone, shows his versatility. He's been showing his versatility more than anybody else in this competition to me. Like, he hasn't even played it safe, and he's been getting it done. That's the other thing I like about this kid. He hasn't even played it safe, and he's been doing this damn thing, man. Like I said, the kid's got it. the kids got him, dude. Caleb, I think he's already set up. I think people are already waiting for him in the rock industry to bring him along, put a band together for him. If he doesn't already have a band himself waiting at home or something, he's already got it ready to go, man. He's ready to make it out there, dude. It's just a matter of if he's going to win or not, win this competition, and he doesn't need to really win. You know what I mean? And a little bit of me says he shouldn't win. I mean, like, in a good way, he shouldn't win. Like, because I feel like sometimes because I think they get recording contracts when you win automatically with whoever they're hooked up with. And sometimes that's how you've seen a lot of winners the last few years bomb out because they don't know how to fucking promote. I think Caleb should probably try to get his own person, maybe hook up with Daughtry and see what label he should get with to do his thing. Whether he starts out independently or starts out with a major. I think he got a chance to get a major record label. I don't think he has to probably go the independent route in the beginning. But you never know if he can succeed or not. That's the only problem. But for the most part, look, man, this kid's got it, man. Like I said, been saying every week. Caleb is my favorite for a reason. He brings that original rock element to the game, and he's very versatile. He's not one-dimensional. That's the other thing that I like about him. Like, he'll take his share of risk. You know what I mean? He'll take his share of risk, and even if that risk might be bad for him, he'll still take it and run with it. You know what I mean? Like, he's not afraid, and I love that about him. So, Caleb, keep doing your thing, man. Now, let's get on to, let's keep it in the rock game. Let's talk about Jessica, because Jessica's probably my favorite in the competition. She's more my favorite than Caleb. I just like and Jessica showed more of her why I like her. She's laid back. There was a comment she made about to Harry about something about I don't support homicide or something. Then she was smiling through the song and stuff like that. She's just kind of quirky and weird that way. Where I don't know. She just I don't know. She like she just got her own thing, man. It really reminds me of Casey Musgraves, man. If you don't know who Casey Musgraves is, she's a very hot up and coming country singer-songwriter that you guys really need to check out. She's been coming through the scene the past few years. She performed at the Grammy. She performed at the Country Music Awards. Definitely check her out, man, if you don't know who I'm talking about. Casey Musgraves. But she reminds me of her. But the difference between her and her is I think this is what I'm loving about Jessica. She's also showing versatility. She could cross over between country and rock. She's got Dolly Parton in her. She's got Stevie Nicks from Fleetwood Mac in her. And she got a little bit of Janis Joplin on the guitar. Not a raspy voice. So I won't really compare her with the voices or not. But the thing that she's got in common with a lot of these country artists, she's very laid back. And to me, she's always been good when she's not in a group or in the band. I think she's the center focus because they finally got it right between the background and the stage this week. So I was kind of like, yeah, okay, there we go. That's more in Jessica's comfort zone. That's where y'all need to keep her at. And man, I mean, like Jessica's been one of my favorites, man, through this whole competition. My dream would be to see a rock out battle between her and Caleb. No doubt about it. If I would have saw her and Caleb going head to head, man, I would fall the fuck out, man, because that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome to see that. I would be fucking awesome, man. Ooh, that'd be fucking awesome. But yeah, man, I mean, like, the only criticism I got about Jessica right now is that I just want to see a rock ballad out of her. She's been going country the last few weeks. She mixes it in with rock a little bit, but I want to see a pure rock ballad out of her. Her just belting it because she's, to me, you know, because Caleb's getting a lot more attention over her. She needs something where she could scream out, rock out like he does, and really show her versatility. Really show she could be a rock star and a country star. And she's a dual threat if she shows that. And she has it in her. There's no doubt about she has it. But she just needs to show it to the public that she's not one to fuck with. And I really feel like, man, if you could get her out there doing her thing, man, I mean, she will be not only a threat in this competition, she will be someone that you don't want to fuck with. There's no doubt about it. I definitely got her going to the Final Four. My only thing is, can she make it out here after the show? Because it's very unpredictable in that area. I hope she does because she can rock it out. We need, like I said, the one thing music is missing. They're missing everything from the previous decades, from the every decade up to around 2000s, like around mid 2005 when music started to die. We really need an implant of these type of, like, we need them back in the mainstream. We need these Stevie Nicks out here. We need some more, because I only feel like the only true genre these days is the country genre, man, where you really had the true singer-songwriters, the true musicians that sound like they're producing the same music that was produced about 30, 50 years ago. You know what I mean? So it's kind of, that's how I kind of like, this mainstream music is too popish in my opinion, man. They need some mixture in there. Let's be honest with you. But like I said, she's doing it very well. Jessica, she's in it to win it. Consistent player, just awesome individual, just awesome, man. Awesome. In my opinion, man, because she had such a bad lighter on her, with bad edits on Hollywood Week, I had no idea she was going to be this likable, after that week. But now I'm looking at that one stage mom when she was trying to start shit with Jessica. I was like, you laugh. She's laughing at you now because she's the one out here making it. Your ass ain't right now. You know what I mean? Jessica out here killing it on American Idol every week, and your ass. I did like her daughter though. I did like. See, that was the one sad thing about that whole little thing, was that her daughter was actually fucking awesome. But the problem was the mother, man. The mother really didn't get out of her way. But then she tried to start shit with Jessica doing that week, and I was like, you know what, man? But Jessica's shining this week. But I kind of had a bad light on Jessica too back then, which was the amazing thing about this whole thing is that when I first started watching, I was like, with Jessica, I was like, man, she the thing about Jessica was, I was like, this fucking bitch right here is kind of psycho, not liking her right now. She doesn't need to make it. And then when I finally got a chance to really sit down and listen to her in the competition, she became one of my favorites. So it was kind of unusual by that point. But that was very funny though, man. How she just really kind of stepped up out of nowhere like that though, man. It got me, basically got me. You know what I mean? All right, let's run through this a little bit more because I think I'm getting close to an hour on here. And I didn't even realize I was talking that long. Shit. Jena Irene. Okay, last but not least, Jena Irene. Jena Irene, another consistent player, another top three. You know what Jena's been showing me. I know she had a little tough tonight. It was the first 20 seconds were a little bit rough in the beginning, but outside of that, once she got in her groove, oh my God, Jena was stepping it up. And this was about the piano because she's been her best on the piano, but this is the first time where I really saw that she was the best just being out there on the mic and just doing her thing. Like, this girl really wants to fucking win. I don't know what it is. She was one of the first, I think, in the bottom three, I think. And ever since that week, and she wasn't even bad that week. I don't even know how she got involved. I just think a lot of people didn't notice her that week. I think really what helped her was when Christian and Emily got out of the competition, a lot of people started paying more attention to her. She's been stealing more of their viewers. I think she's going to end up being this season's a Haley Reinhardt. I think by the time we hit, if she gets very far in the competition, if we hit May and she's still in there, she's going to have like a crazy fan base because I saw it really pick up last week for her. She's just a steady beat on here, man. Like I said, she's another one of these that's in it to win it. She amazes me every time I see her. She fucking amazes me, man. Because she's always doing something new. She stays in her comfort zone. She never comes out of it, man. You know what I mean? I think she's been figuring the stage thing out too better than anybody else, and that's what's been actually keeping her in a different part of the competition. Where I think that right now she's in it to win it, man. I'm telling you right now, she is aggressive every week. Between her and Jessica, I'll be like, man, who do I put ahead of who? Because they're just killing each other every week. And between the two Detroiters, she's been killing Malaya every week. You know, between the two, she's been killing Jessica, man. I mean, Malaya, man. She's been killing them. There's no doubt about it, man. She's out of the, like I said, out of the ones who want to win, Jena's got it, man. And Jena is different too, man. She's not. I can tell sometimes they try to make her into that little pop girl sometimes, but she's not into that. She's an original fucking artist, dude. She ain't playing that game, man. She wants to do original work and all this shit, and she'll do it. You know, sometimes that can be a danger though, because I think most of her audience is kind of getting into that pop zone. I think someone that she really needs to kind of, because just her look tonight, she really reminded me of Nelly Furtado. She had that whole Nelly Furtado look down, except the whole Monica for Friends thing, man. You know, y'all know what I mean. How Monica looks like, Cody Costa looks like Nelly Furtado, man. Y'all know what I mean by that. Yeah, man. I mean, Jena Irene, she had the glow stick. It felt like I was in the whole little performance. It felt like I was in a concert. Like I was watching a real concert with the whole glow sticks thing. I was like, man, this is, you know, I can picture her, probably heard some of her performances being like this, man. Like I said, they kind of killed her by having her call it to the crowd. Usually when you go to the crowd, it has to be a certain element to it when you are. You don't want to have someone forced into the crowd. Like someone like Caleb, I could see him, if he started out in the crowd or whatever, he can make something of it. I think she looked kind of uncomfortable in that position. That's what got her off to the rough start tonight. But once she got on that stage, she got into her groove. That's how I said the stage is becoming her comfort zone. You guys noticing that, right? She's really getting attached to the stage now, and that's really good though, because a lot of them didn't really start out that way, man. And she was one of them, but she's getting comfortable with that damn stage, and that's where she's going to be dangerous in this competition. She's going to be absolutely dangerous in this competition because she's getting really comfortable now. She's really driving her element now. Like I said, she's just becoming dangerous, man. I mean, she's someone to watch out for in this competition. There's no doubt about it. Like I said, she's getting there in her comfort zone, man. She's rocking it out, and she's getting there in her comfort zone. So, pretty good job. Okay, that'll round our top 10 tonight, individually. I'm going to start talking about everyone as a whole, and then I'm going to end this thing with the rankings and shit like that. Like I said, again, very good night. I think season 13 is starting to really step up now. Once we get it kind of, I think we probably still about 2 or 3 weeks away from really seeing like a perfect competition between everybody. But we're getting there though, man. I'm telling you, we are getting there right now. Everyone's really starting to step their game up. They're really starting to get into this thing. And like I said, this is going to end up being a pretty good damn season. So if anyone was kind of stepping off the season, kind of don't want to watch Idol right now, I'm telling you right now, you might want to get back into it. You might want to get back into it because it's coming, man. I'm telling you, it's coming this season, dude. The greatness of the season is coming, man. I really feel that way. You can't watch me, but I got a smile on my face, man. No doubt about it, man. I was very proud after the night, man, of this season. For the first time, I could really say this season was probably the best since 8 or 10. To be honest with you, I'm definitely thinking some people are starting to get off that bandwagon. I'm thinking I think you're probably gonna hear it the rest of the season, but I think for the most part, the true sayers out there are going to pretty much put this as a good season right here. Like I said, I haven't seen it out of the past seasons where I thought it was good. This one was actually pretty good. Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, just awesome stuff, man. Just awesome stuff this season, man. I'm loving this season, man. I think I'm loving this more than any other season, man. I got attached to a few seasons before, like 10, and a few other ones at the beginning. I think a lot of people will put those first few seasons. That's why I say I want to rank them, because a lot more people was watching Idol those first, I don't know, 6, 8 seasons, man. Before the ratings really started to drop every year. I think I started dropping around 9, and then 10 was good. 10 was very good. And then you kind of saw like an influx like that of what I mean. And man, like I said, man, the season overall is pretty good, man. And I was pleased with the night, because to be honest, I was that excited that I actually did I'm recording this man pretty early. I don't know what time you guys are going to see it or when I'm going to upload it, but I'm doing this like before midnight. You know what I mean? Like that's how good the season was. Usually I'll wait until later on tonight, or I might even wait until Thursday to do it. That's how excited I was about this episode tonight. So it was pretty good. Now let's because I think I probably bored many of you to death by having this thing run almost an hour long. Let's get into the rankings right now. We'll start off with the bottom 3, which are going to be spots 8, 9, and 10. MK number 10, number 9 Sam Wolf, and number 8 CJ Harris. Now, these 3 to me tonight, I thought that they all kind of, like I said, with CJ, he really hadn't had an off night this year. I think he needs kind of a little bit of humbleness this week to kind of get him back on focus this week, because sometimes it only takes one time to get humble for you to, it depends on who you are. You might be able to carry it the rest of the season, but that's how I felt. I felt like Sam was pretty weak tonight, but he did improve from last week. In the last few weeks, probably his best in a while. And then number 10, MK just had the worst performance of the night. But competition-wise, I still wanted to stay, but I think she's probably going to go home, though. I don't know. It depends on when she get those gay voters, man. I'm telling you, they're going to matter. And we'll see. Number 7, Dexter Roberts. No doubt about it, man. He had an off week. He had an off night too. I could have put him behind CJ also, but I didn't think he was that bad where he would be in the bottom 3. So that's why I put him. Number 6. This one's going to probably surprise some people, but at number 6, I've actually got Alex Preston down there. Now, like I said, with Alex Preston, a lot of his fans like to overrate him. You will hear a lot of people say he's in the top 3. He's number 1, but to me, he's in the middle. He's in the person that I got above him might piss him off, and that's Majesty Rose, because I thought Majesty Rose was actually awesome. She's number 5. She might end up in the bottom 3 tomorrow, but for me, in the way I'm judging it tonight, I got her number 5 because I like how she stepped back into her comfort zone tonight and did it. Alex had a very good performance tonight, but like I said, he's been my biggest disappointment. I think I'm judging him harder than anybody else in this competition because I'm just very disappointed he's even in the middle of the pack where I got him right now. You know what I mean? So that's just where I'm at with him. Now number 4, tonight is Malaya. Malaya did it again, and she had no flaws tonight, so she did it again. Bruno Mars, very very tough choice, and I could have easily put her in the bottom 3 just for getting that choice right there. But Malaya's a threat, man. She threatened this competition. Watch out for her, man. I mean, she might end up in the finals. I mean, that's how good she's been lately. I mean, she's a threat, man. No doubt about it. Now, let's get into the top 3. Now, I told you what my top 3 was already, but I just didn't rank them for you guys. But number 3 for me is, unfortunately, it's going to be Caleb. First time I've had him not number 1. He's been number 1 every week for me. But this was a tough week for him, man. He went the Gaga route, kind of hurt him. He's a guy. He's a guy, in my opinion. He's riding through this thing, man. He's doing a very good job. But in my opinion, he's kind of a kind of guy in the low part of the card a little bit. You know what I mean? So he kind of needs to step it up. He kind of needs to step it up right now. So we'll see with him because he's got some room. He's got some room for sure to grow. There's no doubt about that. He's got some room, man. And to me, he probably will rarely be If he just steps it up even more, it's just that I thought Jessica and Jena was better than him this week. That's all it was. That's all it was. That's all it was. Okay, Jessica. Now I thought that this was her. I thought that this was her best performance. You could rate it as her second best to the one she had 2 weeks ago. But I don't know. I think that this might be her best, man. But I got her at number 2 right now. No. I got Jena number 2. I got Jena number 2, guys. I got Jena number 2. My fault. So that means Jessica's going to be number 1. I got Jena number 2 right now, just because of that fuck up in the first 20. That's it. If it wasn't for that, she probably could have had the number 1 performance. She was a little bit in and out too during the performance a little bit. So I gotta kind of slow down a little bit, but man, she was just too awesome, man. She did just enough to get ahead of Caleb. So that already tells you right there how good she was. But my standards are starting to get up there for her, man. She, you know, I'm looking for blockbuster performances every week from her now. You know, it's gotten to that point. It's gotten real with Jessica. It's gotten real with her, man. Well, I want to see it. You know, I got to see it. You know what I mean? But yeah, she's belting it out. She's doing good. Doing her thing. And like I said, no fucking complaints. No fucking complaints, man. She's doing her thing, rocking it out. And then number 1 is Jessica. Like I said, as I was continuing when I was talking about Jessica, wow. I mean, tonight I could listen to her over and over again. It sounded like J-Lo had, this is probably J-Lo's best criticism. Like, she said it too. She was like, this, you know, it sounded like a 60s kind of country pop song. And I don't even know if it was did J-Lo say that? I know one of them said that. They said it was like a 60s pop song, man. I said it was just like that. And I said, man, that's how good she is. She's got that Stevie Nicks, Dolly Parton, and Janis Joplin all tied into one, man. She is just fucking awesome. And I thought that was her best performance of the season so far, man. You could say the one 2 weeks ago was better, but man, it was enough to make her number 1 tonight, man. I thought she had the best performance of the night. Because she the only one that I watched 3 times so far, man. I haven't watched everyone else 3 times yet. I only watched them 2 times. Well, once. And man, I mean, she's belting it out right now, man. She's taking control. And she's doing her thing. So we'll just see how tomorrow is. We'll see how tomorrow is. I think we're going to see some surprises in that bottom 3, because the bottom 3 isn't really as straightforward for everybody. I think really it's just MK that's probably the main one that you're going to see down there. I think everybody else is kind of unpredictable. We might even see a surprise in there. One of the people that I probably thought was in the top probably end up being in there, you know. Man, be interested tomorrow, but I'm going to do another review for you guys tomorrow. Another rant or whatever. And, but for right now, peace, and thanks for listening.